Welcome back to the channel. Doing a video here about this vf2, and as you see in the thumbnail there, it's about doing spares, selling spares for the Haas machines. So I've decided with this vf2, the way things are at the minute, it seems really slow. So you'll know already that I've got the vf1 for sale over here. I've been using this machine for a couple of jobs myself, and it's up for sale, and at one point I even dropped the price. Now, I think the machine was worth the £12,000 I had it up for, and that's what I've sold the last two for. And if anything, I'd say this is definitely a nicer machine. And in my opinion, it should fetch that money. It's got lots of options. Everything's really clean. Jog hand wheel, spindle orientation, macros, rotation and scaling, LCD monitor. The gearbox has been stripped and rebuilt with new seals, new bearings, etc. Refurbished ball screws. You know, I don't know why that machine isn't selling. I've not had hardly any interest at all. A couple of inquiries originally, but they literally were email inquiries and didn't even get a response. So not sure what happened. So I've decided with the vf2 here. Now, we got this machine. This was the one that was three-phase low voltage, and I converted it to just normal UK spec, replaced the boards, the transformer and everything, and this was fully running. Now, if I can't sell this machine over here, which is absolutely mint and shiny and lovely, then I think I've decided there's no point in me putting time and effort, mainly when the car's gone, putting time and effort into this one if I can't even sell that. So I'm going to look at, if there's enough interest, break it for spare parts. So this has got 3 servo amplifiers that are all verified working. It's got the classic vector drive, which is working, no faults. Obviously you've got a gearbox. It's not stripped and rebuilt, but it does work. It's got a spindle. Now, whether the gearbox is a bit noisy or the spindle, I'm not too sure. I'd have to kind of disconnect the spindle and see if it still makes much noise, but the gearbox is a little bit noisy, it seems, but it's fully working. I haven't got the carousel plate, but we've got the Geneva wheel part of it, the motor on the back. We've got 3 motors on for this, the axis motors on the X, Y and the Z. The ball screws on X, Y, Z need refurbishing badly. The Z is in a bad way. So is the X and so is the Y, in my opinion. So I had a refurbed one and a couple of others that I was going to put on it, but we've got things like the P-Call, we've got a stack of boards for the motor controller, the processor, the video board. We've got, it's an old CRT screen, but it works fine with no issues. We've got the pendant, there's sheet metal, there's a chip auger motor. You've got the transformer. It's pre-wired for 4th axis, you've got axis cables, so if there's enough interest, I'll pull it apart. But I'm not going to start selling little bits like switches and stuff first. I want to sell the vector drive, like the gearbox and the servo amps will be the first thing. If they go, the rest can be pulled apart, because, like I say, if I'm struggling to sell a really good machine that I've put a lot of time and effort into, then this machine actually already owes me more than I would like, and if I'm not going to get my money back on that for the time and effort, then I'm definitely not going to get it back on this. This is a bigger machine, and it isn't a bad machine, but I don't know, nothing's selling, work's dried up, things are just getting pretty drastic at the minute. I'm still getting, you know, the odd job from customers and bits and pieces, but currently, just machines aren't selling, bits and pieces aren't selling, work's not coming through the door. It's all a little bit chaotic. So I'm trying to work out what to do for the best. I've also got some other spares from my own machines, from my VF0E and from my VF3. When I've done the main con upgrades, I had the 3 boards out of each machine as a, like I say, like a matching set. They all come from the same working machine. My VF0E, I upgraded that to an 8 meg memory, so I've got them boards, and the VF3 had a 16 meg memory, you know, really rare. So I've got a stack of boards that I'll sell all 3 on them as well. So if there's anything you need, anything you may be interested in off this machine or potentially something else I've got, then give us a shout. Yeah, I'm not advertising these through the business as such, I say through the business, I'm not advertising them like second-hand parts with warranty and all that. It's a machine, it's going to get stripped for parts if there's absolutely no interest in it and they're just sold as they are. I can show you video of the axes working and things like that. Ideally, someone can pick it up and you can see the drives and the vector drive, etc. if someone wants that working. But I'm not doing these with a warranty or anything stupid like that, just like I don't do anything like that with a machine. So yeah, the other option is if someone was looking to buy this as is, so we got all the electrical side of it working, you can power it on, you can run it, but the X, the Y and the Z screws need refurbishing, then for what this already owes me and the parts that I've replaced and what it cost me to buy initially, I'd want like 6-7k back for this one. So if someone was interested in the whole machine and then you take it away and you refurbish the ball screws, then you've got a fully working machine. Obviously I've got the doors, I've got side panels, I've got new front windows, I've got new front door seals. It's just stripped off for when I was working. And obviously I'd already cleaned this one fully out. I've got the tool changer plate and everything to go back on. So there's no issue there, it's just not fitted. So yeah, if anyone was interested in the machine working, then 6-7 grand, that's what I'd sell it for, fully running. If not, we'll see about parts. So if you're interested in spares, bits and pieces, then you can send me an email, info@kinseyfabrications.co.uk. You can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Facebook, and you can Google and look at my website, which is kinseyfabricationsandmachining.co.uk. So yeah, any info, hit me up and we'll speak to you soon. See you on the next one.